Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grime and Game Plays Disco Elysium, episode 4.
The
Uh,
best book you had ever played.
yeah, I think the best book anybody has ever played so far. Unless you're doing those, I guess, Commodore 64 and you're back from the 80s, but, teach their own. All right.
It's been a little while since people have experienced quality writing. Even now, recently we re-released the trilogy of Mass Effect, saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the best!" And I look at that and I think to myself, "Yeah, it was really hot 10 years ago. It really, really was." I kind of want to go back and see if the writing seems really amateurish now, because space epic fantasy is really fun. But then when nothing feels real or gravitates down, what was the redeeming value besides pew pew lasers and alien titties?
The second part,
Ah, you're right. You're right. Well, let's
alien
see if we can
titties.
find some in the world of Revachol. Who knows? Maybe there are alien titties here too.
Maybe.
Do
Police
you
work
remember
is tough.
anything about our
I,
adventures?
I do. I remember the last time we talked to the cart seller vendor, and he was essentially a racist, and I didn't play along with it, so... As we have Emperor Hirohito here next to us.
Yes, Emperor Hirohito.
Yes.
I like it. You ran away from the racism, and that's okay.
Yes. It did.
But I'm just letting you know that it's more complex than that.
I believe it.
Up to you though.
Let's take
All
a
right,
look here.
we're outside of a convenience store by a pileup of freight vehicles and what looks to be met with signs.
Let's go talk to this guy. The guy with the sign in the back. I'm assuming they're the guys from the strike that we talked. Don't even know what work means. We can all work together. Oh, well, no one's gonna talk to me here. They got that guy up there.
Where you can either hold down right mouse button or the tab key to look at all of your perceivable interactables.
That's right. So I can
There's
go
some
up
money.
there. Say what?
There's some money on the ground.
Is there? Let's go take a look. Take all.
Hey, you're slightly less broke. Fantastic, detective.
Let's take a look in the trash can. See what's in there. What is this?
Somebody throw out some perfectly good drugs.
Magnesium. Healing item gained. All right. Well, we're right here. Let's go in here first. See who we can talk to in here.
We're going to the 3T store. Fritta! With extra for branding purposes.
Let's see what we can all speak to. Let's take a look at this board. See what's on the board.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Alco achieve. Let's find out. What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
I'm going with 1. You got the 2 options, yes, but what is it? Option 2. I understand now, thank you. I don't know what it is, so I'm going with option 1. Yes, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
Well, we only have 1 option. I see.
Oh.
And how do I pick up tear from the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so
She
Okay.
shrugs off.
Yep.
feel
Shrugged
free to
awkwardly.
use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there, somewhere.
That accent. Australian-esque?
No, I think it's just bored teenager.
A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. What do we got back here?
A small
So-
cabinet on the wall is
Oops,
filled
sorry.
with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
How does the word tear strike you?
I made me think of a drug, honestly. I thought that it's like, oh, you can get... It's like legal drugs because you can get it outside in the parking lot if you need to from Jack Mehoff and his buddy. So it just kind of made me think of a drug, but it might be some type of chemical that you use to heal yourself with?
Try this.
Mhm.
Do you know when you're weighing things, there are 3 general words of reference?
Mm-hmm.
There's gross weight, which is everything together, and there's net weight, which is whatever you're trying to measure. But there's a difference between those 2, right?
Oh.
The difference is the tear weight,
Ah.
which tends to be the container or the measuring cup or whatever you're using to hold on the stuff that you want to measure or weigh. So, tear is a perfect word for containers that are spent, like bottles and shit.
Oh, okay.
We just don't use it in American English, but I can't think of a more perfect word.
Yeah,
It's the thing that you put the thing that you want to use into, and then extract it from that, and just chuck it over your shoulder, apparently. So there you go.
that makes
I
more
developed
sense.
more language for you.
Thank you.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Dramamine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
How do those medicines hit your ear, considering that you used to more Americanisms? But
Mm,
where's the Lexapro?
Well, we know magnesium's an element. Hypnogamma. I don't know what the hypnogamma. So that's gonna have to do something with the head. I'm assuming, like maybe like a headache medicine or some sort. Magnesium we know heals, but I don't know 100% what the magnesium's gonna do. Dramamine. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be like some type of sleep medicine, and Nosofed would be something to clear up your allergies. Is what it all sounds like to me. I don't think I need anything right now.
It's a good guess, and we'll ask her about them, but I'll demystify this for you because it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
Nosafed and Dramamine both belong to physical health recovery. The only difference is Nosafed gives you a single charge for the buy. If you find Dramamine, it equates to multiple charges that you can use to heal yourself 3 or 4 times. Magnesium and Hypnogamma are responsible for healing your morale in much the same way. Hypnogamma is a more potent version of magnesium. So if you were to buy a bottle for 250 real, then that gives you 3 charges of heal ups versus 90 cents of Nosafed can give you a single charge of heal up, which gives you 1 pip of recovery.
That,
So to clarify it, red heal, blue heal, weak and strong. Established.
Yay. So let's see what they. You explained it, but
I don't know. Let's see.
Called it.
Nosafed is a nasal spray.
It'd be like a nasal spray.
Dramamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
Yes, what is it?
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
It is the wonder cure for hangovers.
Apparently. Can you be a little more specific?
Yeah, let's see what she.
No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
That should be as funny as it is, but to me, it's just like you said. She reminds you of like kind of a smug teen. Like, no, like I'm not a doctor.
And you're trying to ask the serious questions like, hey, so how does like I don't know.
Let's find out who Saint Baptiste is, and he's not a patron saint of anything.
Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one, there.
Okay.
He did. Your question, detective.
She did. All right, we're gonna leave her alone. Let's see what else we can look in here. What is that behind her?
A colorful display of cigarettes and
Uh-oh.
alcohol bottles line the shop wall.
You know what that color is?
inviting you closer.
Yeah.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing
world of
river of
Ruby.
warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I am in heaven. I need it all so bad.
That's what I'm looking at. So our options are: that was option 1. Option 2 is say nothing, just take it in. Option 3, this is
not a good place for a recovering addict.
And option 4, not right now, and leave. I'm gonna go with option 1. I just feel like that's what he would say.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Hey.
What do you mean?
Yeah, hey.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Please, tell me more about these products.
Yeah, we're going with option 1. So
Well,
let's...
You want to read? Let's leapfrog. Like, I'll lead in, you'll do the next one. That
Yeah,
way
okay.
we both get a little bit of play. It seems to be a working model.
All right. Don't sell any under the counter vices. Do you sell any under the counter vices? I'm sorry. All right, let's see. And then we got, I can't afford any of these, but I know that's an achievement.
But how about one of them is way more expensive? Like, that's...
Give me pale aged vodka. Holy crap.
And you don't know what that means yet.
I don't. I know what vodka is. It's an alcohol made out of grain or potatoes or something.
Good, good. We got our fundamentals.
Yep. And then
Tell me a little more.
Commodore.
Commodore Red. We
Commodore.
woke up with a magnum-sized bottle of that in our room,
Yeah,
empty.
I can see why. It's only $5. Alcohol, giant C on it. So everything that they're putting towards right now still makes me feel like this is like an Eastern European vibe a lot.
Oh, I'm glad you woke up to that. Yes, I'm very pleased you figured out that the language, the clothes, that
Oh, no.
everything is.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it seems kind of European.
No, from the get-go, like a Slavic in aspect, Ukrainian, Belarusian, that area of Europe, the heavy Russian, former Soviet Union impacted areas.
The poor ones, at the very least. Hey, welcome to Revachol, right? Give
Uh,
me smokes. I need smokes.
we do need smokes because that is one of my achievements. Alcohol, the potent Pilsner. It's a beer. Okay. Yep. That. So what I need to do is, let's see here, -1, -1. So those all do the same. The one,
Effectively, yes. Well, no,
yes.
the cigarettes are different.
Yeah, that besides the cigarettes, that's what I was gonna get.
All narcotics that you can partake will damage your health in some way, but they will pay off with a stat category boost for 1 hour, depending on what they do. Alcohol tends to boost your physical kinetics,
I gotcha.
whereas cigarettes make you focus up and your intelligence goes up. Okay, little girl, explain this shit to me.
Yep.
The pale age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
What is pale?
Option 2. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body?
Thanks for your answer.
I'm gonna go. What is pale? I know what a pale is, but is
You know.
Oh, I fucking don't. What is it?
Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Let's concentrate on what's important here.
What if I put it in my tummy?
Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body? Let's and then you have thanks for your answer, but we're gonna do that.
I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do.
All right,
Asked and answered.
let's go with option 2 here. Let's see. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Well, we can't afford anything right now. We don't have enough cash, so we're gonna have to leave.
Super broke.
Super broke. We only got 59 cents, I guess.
Cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you got.
Let's see what this is. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too.
Flowers.
What is this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What is that? Point to Raincoat.
And we have I want to buy a raincoat for $4. We don't have that, but let's just see what that.
Sir,
What is
sir.
what?
No dollars here.
It's a raincoat. If you want
Yeah,
to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Real, my bad.
Just 4.
So it's 4. But we need
Talk
cigarettes
to
first.
her directly.
Let's see what she says.
I'm sure she'll be a
Welcome to
font of
Frit.
information.
Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
I like how her character picks up the magazine. Nice.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this Frit?
What magazine are you reading?
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Then you have option 4. Let's go with option. Let's go with option 1. Let's figure out what Frit is. I'm assuming it's gonna be like an apothecary place, a pharmacy.
I don't know. Frit?
And what is Frit?
Why is it written with 3 T's?
Your call?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the other option now.
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Let's ask her what magazine she's reading.
You mean this?
Posted. Yep.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Stupid famous people.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing.
I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't know why I asked about it.
Yeah, I'm going with 3. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who gives a shit about this.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's proceed and let's ask some questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
Puts down the magazine. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so
Did you know the man who died?
How long has it been there?
What do you think happened?
Thank you for your help.
All right, cop man.
Well, we want to ask her. You don't want to ask them what do you think happened. You don't, because if they don't know, then it's pointless to get their opinion. So let's go with, did you know the man who died? Because if she did know him, then she might be able to get some information out of her.
not really.
Not really. Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
And
Thanks,
now,
kid.
Yeah. Now we want to go with how long has it been there?
Not
Ah,
really.
that's not what I meant to click. I missed.
No. I don't know really long.
If you don't trust your clicking skills, the numbers also work. So
I-
1 through 0 on the upper keyboard.
I do. I just happened to foobar and slightly move it up a little bit. I'm not going to ask her what she thinks happened, but it does give us an extra option for her to talk. But I just don't feel it's necessary right now.
Your character.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
He brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. Typical teenager.
let's get out of here. We've looked at everything.
We'll be back, Terror Machine. Just you wait.
And
I promise.
Emperor Hirohito. Emperor. I keep saying Emperor instead of Emperor. It's completely different. Emperor Hirohito there is not coming with us. It's just standing there watching us ask about alcohol and cigarettes.
A man of maximum composure.
Indubitably. Let's see what this guy has to say. Oh, well, let's talk to this guy. He's down here.
Okay.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. I am the law!
What's going on here?
Looks like too much trouble for my taste. Leave.
Oh, if you're a cop, you want to ask what's going on. You know what?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here. Why didn't you leave with your job, Chucks?
Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
Yes.
No.
You
Why
are
didn't
here
you go
to...
with
Yeah.
with your job? Be Sylvester Stallone. Tell him you're the law. Tell everyone you're the law.
Because in
Even
situations
if it's
like...
not necessary.
Exactly, it's not necessary. And this is playing into... Because of my job that I'm looking at it in a different light. Because I would never say that.
I can picture you saying it though. It'd be great.
I am the law.
No,
Yeah.
just me. Like I am the law. Thank
Ah.
you, sir, for establishing that.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
So if, I don't know if anybody's watching this who doesn't know what a scab is. A scab is a person who breaks protest lines and works for whatever company the people are protesting for. Normally, my understanding is scab workers get paid pretty well because they're temporary, so they pay them a lot to catch up because they would be working a lot more hours.
Actually, they pay him less. Well,
Us?
they come in negotiating, saying, "I'll do the job for less. Nobody's working. I'll get paid." It's different,
Yes.
but of course, you're pissing out a lot of union workers because you're taking their jobs often for less.
Besides, we're not that different.
I'll mention.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
I don't think I've chosen any side yet.
Regardless, I have some questions for you. Proceed.
I'll be going now.
You were gonna say about scabs and things?
Oh, I've seen a couple where scabs. There's been situations where scabs will get paid more because they haven't put anybody through, and so they're so far behind. They're paying them a little bit more than what the original union workers are to come in. Just like, hey, we'll pay you what we would have given them at the moment just to get some of this work caught up. So when they come back to work, it isn't.
Yeah, production desperation. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm gonna go with 2 because I don't think I've chosen any sides yet, and there's no reason to. So
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't
Do you feel
trust
that way?
cops, but I can see
Yes.
you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
okay, so coming from a cop, being a cop, not trusting cops is understandable. I can see you understand, and then he raises his hand that about the right to work. Yes, I would say instead of telling somebody they can't work, if they want to work and not be union, then you should let them. Even if the organization's union labor, and then they'll have to figure it out at a later time, but it shouldn't cause hostilities between either party, and cops shouldn't have to decide between who's right and who's wrong on that, and that's a civil matter in the aspect. So for this guy to sit there and protest the protesters for his right to work makes a little no sense to me, because you are working, I'm assuming.
They're not letting him work.
Oh, they're not letting him work, then yes. That'd be difficult. That's almost like the 1894 Pinkerton the use of Pinkertons on protesting soldiers at a iron mill in Pennsylvania. That caused like 16 people to die when Pinkertons opened fire.
They wouldn't back off.
They went
I
back.
warned him. Shot him twice.
Yeah, well, essentially, they opened fire because they got too close and somebody threw a rock. Rocks.
No. In this instance, just to remind you of the format, if the text options have a proceed towards the bottom,
Mhm.
if you want to, you can ask explore other options before this module goes on. But you're under no obligation to ask questions that you don't want to ask, or say things you wouldn't want to say. No matter how much I'd say the funny one. Yeah, you'll say, no. I'm a cop. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Rights
I want to
of
hear what it.
people,
Yeah, I want to
rights
hear this.
of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
I would agree. I'm not gonna say I would side with him if I was a cop, but I get his point, and I would say, yeah, you're right, but I'm not gonna sit there and get in his way. But now this officer right here, I'm still kind of to learn Ricardo Montalban. I don't remember what we called him, what his name is.
Rafael Ambrosius Gusto.
Yeah, Gusto, that's it. Ricardo Montalban, close enough, right?
Sure,
Nowhere near
close
close.
enough.
All right, let's have
Maybe
this.
you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Points a finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. Call me mañana. I want to get to the harbor too.
What is a strike?
Who are all these strikebreakers? Look around.
What exactly is your goal here?
I'm just gonna leave now.
I feel like the honest answer for a cop would be, what is exactly your goal here? Like,
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
okay, I wanted to discuss something else. Well, I feel like one would be the best option because you're not doing it.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Have you considered storming in? Like, all of you?
Why don't you just talk to them?
Let's go head measurer. Wait, head measurer.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Back around.
All right. Let's go with 2.
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Whoa.
Huh.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
Ah, Kitsugari, that's his name, not
No.
Hirohito.
They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. So, I guess if you're a scab, it makes sense. If you came in to work from somewhere else, then you can slander the locals. But that's kind of a weird thing to say. Native fucks.
I would agree. Native fucks is a slightly weird thing to say in this instance. Let's see. Let's go with who are all these Strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs his hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
So we're getting repeated signals of this guy being physically imposing and
I have a question.
some
Why
sort of
do
training.
all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Well, I see no point in. I know what a strike is, and right now I don't want to get into the harbor, so we're gonna leave.
Okay.
Let's see what else we can. Oh, let's see what this is. Lorry's probably stored fuel here. Well, they store booze. Hey, more money. Take all.
We have 1 real now.
1 real and 19.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Well,
Look into the window.
yeah, look at
The
the window.
windows
Or
are
leave.
bare. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
What about the back seat? Let's go with what kind of stickers in
The
insignia.
driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat now?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Thank you, Half-Light.
Huh. Oh,
Mr. Shucks, do you want to call this an episode, or do you want to keep on going due to your curiosity?
let's go. Let's keep going for a little bit. Let's give it a little bit longer.
All right, folks, he's in. He's sold.
I am sold. I'm quite intrigued in what's going to happen. Foreign car kept in good condition. Okay.
We don't like them foreigners. If you want, there is more down south.
Oh, is there? Let's head back this way then. Let's
You can
go
always
back.
zoom out if you want to, but if not, that's cool too.
Anything to do down here?
Remember your helpful peek tool. There you go.
What is this? Got a person down here.
Hey, double your money.
Only need a little bit more. Then we can go buy cigarettes and I can get some experience.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the
Mail
warmth
driver.
of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
Nothing to do here, and leave. I'm gonna go with, excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
You don't believe your Inland Empire triggering?
I'm gonna snap my fingers.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
I would say why, but he's a lieutenant. You don't question a lieutenant.
Don't you? Ever?
No. Right
Bad
up
for your career.
Yeah, write-ups galore. What do you mean? Why? Why? Here you go. Here's your write-up. Get out of here. Yes, sir.
White tank top.
What
What does it say?
Let's see.
Tank top, gym vest, reeking of sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest.
+1 physical instrument. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to wear it?
Yeah, +1.
I mean, previously, in the very, very beginning, we had made some choices that are based on more than just the stats. So, if you feel like it, wear it. Yes, it does help you, but if you just want to say for flavor's sake you don't want to wear something, fuck it. Don't.
No, I wanted to. What's that over there? Is this? I'm more interested.
What is everything in this world?
Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore.
What's up with the ruins, man?
Who knows? Horseback Monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
And you can leave, but we're gonna go, who is this? Silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Felipe III, excuse me, the squanderer, the greatest of all Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Felipe II, the opulent, father of Felipe the Fourth? Wow, okay. The insane.
Consider that for a second.
Wow.
Man number 2, opulent. Man number 3, squanderer. Man number 4, insane. What did you do with my money?
Dear God.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Let's find out.
What did this king do? 42% check.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
Bum-bum.
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Oh well.
If ever we raise our encyclopedia, we can come back and ask. But for now, nope.
No.
Denied.
A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the trucks.
You kind of feel the temptation to speak in the same tone as the narrator?
Me? Slightly.
Maybe your whole life would be improved if you spoke like Lenville does for this game.
Maybe.
Slow and deliberate, full of meaning. Remember, double clicks can make him jog if you want to.
I just don't need him to die.
Yeah, heart attacks are real. Anything in the
here.
far right corner?
That's what I'm looking for.
No.
Nothing. Let's.
Just to tantalize you a little bit.
Yeah.
If your perception is really high, like stupidly high, day one, that crack you're standing next to isn't interactable.
Ooh.
But it's basically an Easter egg. You're not supposed to be able to do that. I think it goes away after day one.
Scab?
Scab? Asks the man with the jolly eyes, tilting his head. What exactly is a scab?
Yeah, I'm a scab. Poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist. Right to work.
Say it like the guy does.
Right to work!
Good. I'm not a scab. I'm a cop. Proceed.
Yeah, I'm going with that one. Walk away, by the way, is 4.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
I need to know what's behind these gates I'm exploring.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
What's the strike about anyways? What's the strike about anyways? Excuse me.
Nice talk. Gotta get moving.
Yeah, I'd have to go with 2.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean that you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That simple? I just walk in.
I walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that easy.
Gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first. Well, let's ask him some
The
questions
man
first.
whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Same selections as before, just eliminated option 2.
I gotcha.
You know,
It's a strike about.
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Hey now, do you really want to fraternize with unions?
No,
You're not begging for money?
nope.
I have pride.
Well, let's
Murder, huh? That
go with
sounds
option
like a
1.
lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy.
You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Scroll down a bit. Sometimes there's more options. Nope. Okay.
Nope. All right, so let's see. We're going with option 1.
I don't believe you. Post Laventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking.
He shakes his head at the memory.
It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
Averse to labor, are you?
Nice talk. I'm gonna get moving. Not begging for money.
Oh, so prideful.
Not gonna beg for money. Ooh, the more options over here. What is this? What is this? In case of strike, press button behind guard.
Oh, good instructions. Good.
A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means.
Light the gathering up here.
Yeah.
You got a bubble.
Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor.
Revachol, sir.
Revachol.
Revachol. Well, he has groupies. Are you prepared?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah,
Established.
Leatherhead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say
Mhm.
anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first.
What do you mean my body portrays my degeneracy?
My body does not betray my degeneracy.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
We don't have time to get into this now.
I feel like that option 4.
Oh, okay. Don't listen to authority.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go with that. Say nothing and size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Option 1 is changed to puff out your chest, still say nothing.
No.
Before you go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
what's your read of the situation?
He is trying to keep the workers out. He is a guard of some sort, and he's just trying to bully people into having him do what he wants to do. So.
And he's got sort of a full body tattoo.
Correct. That's what it looks
And,
like.
and groupies standing around smoking at him.
Well.
Will you be able to maintain your copley composure?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Whirl.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Whirl emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul?
Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad?
You're right. I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Enough. I need you to open the door to the harbor.
Go on option 5.
Up to you. Okay.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them.
I am the police, and I need you to comply. Now, take a step closer.
The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. All right, officer. Which way do you want this to go?
Let's go option 3.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You
Priorities.
dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will
Explains
be
the NFL.
superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Push him out of the way.
Now, let's go with then you have, you're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me get into the harbor.
This is going nowhere. What about his
Enough
rhetoric?
with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This
Respect,
is your
right?
chance.
Yeah.
He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Conceptualization, medium. Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
No, ain't gonna happen. Knock him out. Let's see if we can go with 1.
Okay.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
You keep telling yourself that.
I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper.
Let's go with 2.
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist.
Communism is pretty cool.
Individualism is my jam.
My jam is mysterious 4th thing.
Enough of this. So hold on. Before you click and check,
Yep.
how are you reading this conversation, this man's personality? You're being pretty balanced, as in, like, a real-life police officer, without delusions. But have you met an individual like this before, who is very convinced of what they're saying?
Yeah, you meet them all the time. I mean, you just sit there and go, okay, and just listen to them. You try to essentially bargain with them and get them to break whatever they're doing and just talk to you. He's not. In that instance, you just keep talking to him. After a while, though, if he's refusing to let you do something or investigate you, I don't know about where this is, but here you could arrest somebody because they're obstructing your. You could detain them technically. You couldn't arrest them. You would detain them. Let me rephrase that. And
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, you're welcome to try. And if he starts fighting back, use of force would come into effect. By use of force, I mean tasers, guns, batons. Depends on the escalation. That's why you try to talk everything out before you do any of that. Let's go.
Let's be level-headed then.
Yeah, individualism is my jam.
Oh, now you're playing into his game.
Oh, am I? Let's.
Because you can do the quote boring thing and say, yeah, no, enough. Or you can declare your intentions. Because this is a game about expressing yourself. Not what society thinks, what you think.
Yeah, alright, we're going enough of this.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
Let's see what those tattoos are supposed to mean.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You remember them dimples from Django?
Yep.
Phrenology,
True.
baby.
That is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance.
Say nothing.
There's.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Look at the modifier on knock him out.
-1.
Suggestion is against it.
Yep, I would agree. Alright, we're gonna leave for now. Maybe we can come back later on when we have our...
Howard! Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We can leave.
Yeah,
You're not obligated to do anything, but it's fun to watch the cautious approach.
Well...
There was a box behind him, just letting you know.
Is
You can
there?
highlight that box and let your little lizard brain go, but I want to see what's in the box.
I want to see what's back here. What's back here? Can I get to that? I don't think so.
You can get to that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's there, so clearly there's some way to get there.
About to find out. We're gonna get to it.
Is this going to be one of them edit down to smaller chunks episodes? Because I'm perfectly cool to keep playing with you, but you were the one who said, I want a time format.
Well, no. Right now, I feel that this is a good spot to end. We're gonna wait, see what happens on the next episode of Grime and Gameplay's Disco Elysium.
So Nunchucks back the hell down from Measurehead. What a good episode.
Indeed. All right. Till next time, guys.